the US says that it has won the war against Iran, Iran reminds it that the Strait of Hormuz is still blocked and is still under the control of Iran. And any ship crossing that region must seek the permission of Iran, unless it will be blown apart. And this is becoming a major headache for Donald Trump and his Israeli counterpart, because you cannot claim to be a world superpower and yet you cannot be able to control an international shipway. And so, out of desperation, Trump is calling his allies. The US has called their international allies, the UK, South Korea, Japan, and China, to bring on board their warships and help and block or escort ships across that area. And Iran has threatened to torpedo them, to throw their missiles at them, strike them, and of course, to ensure no ship crosses that region without their permission. And this is bringing great fear and consternation in the international oil market, where the oil might jump to $120 per barrel starting on Monday. And as we know, Iran wants the same to reach to $200 per barrel. And this will greatly affect the global economy, leading to recession and complaints in the US and the rest of the world about the need to continue this war. Well, the US is trying to unblock the strait, tried to or threatened to bomb the Kag Island, the crown jewel of Iranian oil. It actually went ahead and bombed the military installation in that region. And instantly, Iran retaliated by bombing Fujairah port in the UAE and has threatened that if the Kag Island is bombed, the whole of it, it also bomb all oil ports in across the Gulf region. And this will generally affect the production of oil and transport. Actually, there will be no need of maintaining any control on the Strait of Hormuz, for there will be no oil to be transported. And at that time, there will be no oil that will be available in 20% of the world. And also the US will also be affected, and Europe, meaning the oil will jump up to $400 per barrel, greatly affecting the world economy, even leading to a near collapse. Well, as things goes by, the Iranians seem to be using their leverage on the Strait of Hormuz to extract maximum pain on the US and the rest of the world. On the part of Israel, it doesn't care. Its aim is destruction of Iran and make sure it's not a viable state. Well, the US must maintain Iran as a viable state for Europe, which doesn't want to see an influx of refugees crossing into their region. Again, the US wants the oil in Iran to fund its industry and also to make money from it. The other countries, the GCC, they do not want the destruction of Iran, which is also threatening to destroy them. So clearly, this seems to be the best bargain the Iranians have if this war has to stop. In order to open the Strait of Hormuz, then they have to come into a deal where all sanctions against Iran are removed and the US stops the war or last out on its land. And this seems to be the last hold of Iran to ensure this war ends in its favor. That is all. Kindly like and subscribe this channel.